My lord. My lord.
Alright, so what's up, guys? Fang coming in hot for Grand Finals. And I'm here with my good man. We got Fangman commentary.
We got Fangman, and we got Game 1 on Lilat. We have one of the LI Classics, Vinnie versus Mr. E, with Mr. E sitting in from loser's side here in Grand Finals.
Yeah, so it's very interesting. I know Eric is ranked higher nationally, but apparently, I guess Vinnie just has his number at home or something like that, or when they both play. I'm not too sure, to be honest.
Well, Mr. E wasn't looking too hot earlier today, but he definitely turned the heat up, and he's looking a lot more like his normal self right now. That being said...
Is that Masato I saw in Losers Finals?
Yes.
Whoa, let's go, Jacob. All right, anyway, getting back into the match here.
Both of these characters just going trade for trade right now.
Do you think Sheik wins this matchup, or do you think Marth wins this matchup?
I feel like this is a more even matchup.
Yeah, I think it's pretty even, honestly. And these we have we have Vinnie, who's potentially, honestly, one of the best Sheiks in the entire world, and we have Eric, who is also one of the best Marths in the entire world. So it can't get much more even than this, to be honest. And you got two LI boys scrapping it out.
You know, two excellent representatives of their characters, really showcasing the best of what they have to offer. And I feel like right now Vinnie's just forced to respect the range that Marth has, but at the same time,
wow,
Eric
that
has to respect needles.
Reverse needles, that was like jab block with needles, right?
Yeah.
As needle jab block into a sweet spot, tipper up smash. That was bonkers. That was crazy.
An excellent conversion on Vinnie's half, and a real showcase to why he's the top class player alongside Eric.
Vinnie's conversions are honestly so crispy. I feel like he's one of the best players in terms of punish game for Sheik, which honestly is a character who excels in her punish game. So, but he has such a distinct style to his punishes.
I feel like all of the top level
honestly
have their own particular style, and with Sheik being an unfortunate dying art.
Yeah, it honestly is. I mean, people try to push more into optimization and all that stuff, but honestly, you still have, really good placings with players who have all different styles. You see Void with his very punish-heavy style. You see Ramen with his very fundamentally based punish game as well. And then you see Vinnie, who's just very methodical with the way he plays.
He has a lot of that East Coast aura to him where it's a matter of how defensive he can play.
Definitely.
And then how quickly he can turn a situation on its head. And I feel like Sheik's kit, even after all of the nerfs and such, really fits his play style.
I've seen Vinnie go for that ledge trump back air so many times, especially on Lilat. Uh-oh. The stage spike does not hit him under the stage, which helps Vinnie out quite a bit, actually, in case he forgets to attack and press the R button, as many tend to do. All right, so here we go. Let's see if Eric can convert off this. Yeah, it's very difficult to convert off Marth forward air. I don't see too many Marths getting it really well. I know Eric will tend to follow his opponent off stage, but Vinnie seems to be keeping like a mid-range, so he could be threatening an approaching option.
And an excellently spaced up air from Vinnie is going to net game one.
Yeah, that was good. Good stuff to Vinnie. What do you think you're going to counter pick to?
Well, I'm not particularly sure if Mr. E is going to choose to go to a larger stage, but I do feel like it's going to be one that's less platform-oriented.
Yeah.
I am completely incorrect, in fact, though. And we're going to the most platform-oriented stage that we can get to, Talent City.
Vinnie actually tends to excel on this stage from what I've seen, and as many Sheiks do. So it's going to be pretty interesting.
Despite this being a stage that really does help Sheik, I feel like the stage is also a player choice.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like Eric feels a little more comfortable on this stage. However, Sheik is going to make it back to her amazing recovery. You see Eric kind of taking control of it so far. He's already racked on 51 damage. Ooh, did you see Eric jump when he flew out that forward smash?
That was a bit of a micro pop-off.
He feels the reactions when he does them. Honestly, that's when you're really strapped in and playing. That type of stuff is really good because you're really embodying your player. You're embodying your character.
See, that's what happens when you have the Rumble features.
Yeah, so. Strapped in with the Mario Kart DI. Oh, okay, Vinnie going slightly above the ledge there, but luckily the wind box popping Eric off.
Excellent patience on Eric's half. He's really showing that he's able to get in there. He's able to, respect the spacing.
Yeah, he's not being too overzealous with what he's committing to, as I say, as he throws out two of the most brazen options I've ever seen. But he's doing good. He's not getting gimped by Vinnie quite a bit. He's keeping his space to himself, trying to bait out Vinnie's approaches. However, Vinnie is all over him right now. That won't do it. Not enough rage and not enough damage on Marth.
Returning to center stage right now, he's going for the up throw, but nothing to come of it except for stage control. Hopefully that's what Eric needs in this situation.
I love how Vinnie also just switches his playstyle at the drop of that. At 1 second, he'll be right in your face. Another second, he'll be camping you out with needles and baiting your approaches. It's just so crazy to see how you can just be so adaptive in such a short period of time. Was that an SD?
I wouldn't really call it an SD so much as I think Mr. E was spooked too much by the pressure that Vinnie was able to put out. And
that led to him not recovering correctly.
Yeah, the up air just wasn't enough to bring him back.
Yeah, it can't get you. That's an up throw percentage. Yep, at 150, I believe, is when Marth can start up throwing people. Most people, at least, most characters, if Sheik's weight.
Typically, it starts around 160, but because of the smaller blast zones of Town and City.
Ooh, I don't know what. He could just wait. Like, how, if the platforms are still going, I think he's waiting for that, possibly. Yeah, I think he wanted to wait for the platforms to see if they'd move. So that was very intelligent on Eric's part. Definitely what I would have done.
And he still managed to get some damage off of it. Not too much. And I feel like it wasn't the most optimal situation.
I mean, what punch could you really go for in that situation? He's at a very low percentage, maybe a grab, but I don't think he'd be able to convert off of it.
I'm thinking aerial dancing blade might have led into more damage.
Do you see Eric really implementing aerial dancing blade too much, though?
Yeah, he's the pioneer of dancing blade.
He is, but aerial dancing blade is a whole different tango.
We've seen a lot of him delaying with the first
arrow. Not even a read. Vinny shaking his head like that wasn't even a read. I think Eric
was fake.
Eric just jumped right into that.
That was a fake kill. It worked.
Mom said, "Don't put your hand in the garbage disposal." What does he do? Rip Eric. Yeah, that was bad. Eric looking a little tilted right now.
Yeah, he's not really feeling the end to that. So.
That's grits, as Ricky G would say. That was the grittiest end to the grittiest game.
You know he got that from Mr. E.
Yeah,
right?
I know, yeah. As Eric would say, that's grits. All right, so running it back to Town and City. I guess Eric is feeling very comfortable with this counter pick. It's going to be very interesting. I really don't want to see a quick 30 in a handshake, so let's see if Eric can pull it back. Vinny's just so good at keeping his mental fortitude up when he's playing. He doesn't seem to crack at any time.
And he's really showcasing that this is his stage right now.
Yeah.
Vinny not really wavering up, but the lack of the platforms is going to change the situation here. Let's see if Mr. E can make something of it.
Oh, yeah,
no.
Eric is... I don't think Eric's having a good time right now. That was probably one of the easiest things to tech, I think. That was a very slow back air, and I just don't think Eric's reactions are on point right now. No. And that's going to cost him against a character in Sheik where you really have to be ready at the drop of a hat to deal with her stuff. Right
now, the pressure of the situation is really just ripping into Mr. E, and we're seeing it in this match.
He's emoting quite a bit right now as he's like, as you can see, swear words are coming out, non-esports stuff. He's just not happy, and you really just have to try your best to stay calm.
Cracking under the pressure, but there's still a chance for him to bring it back, but Vinny's not letting that chance come about.
I feel like it's not as much Vinny's play, it's more so Eric, I think, just getting in his own head. I feel like he's most of his deaths have been his fault. Oh, yep, but Sheik's pretty much easy recovery can make that pretty quick to deal with.
Very interesting launch from the forward air.
Yeah, I know, right? That's crazy. All right. Okay, Vinny. That's it. Quick 30 handshake, and that will be all or nothing smash 4.
Number 4.
Number 4. And, guys, we're not done yet. We have Super A on tomorrow.
We do.
So tune back in. So anyway, I'm going to go over our top 8 real quick just for those of you who are tuning in, just in case any of you guys missed some of it. Very interesting turnout today and very interesting bracket.
I have to say, we really had a top-loaded bracket.
It was a roller coaster of emotions as well as you. So top 8, we have Kofi taking 7th, tying along with the blue blur of Long Island, Cyberman 65. Would you like to read off 5th place for me?
So 5th place, we have Raptor and Ricky G sharing the spot.
4th place, we have an upset happening twice. We have DK Will losing to me and Masato. So that's going to put him in 4th place. Masato, our premier Bayonetta on Long Island right now, really taking names. Bayo, honestly, is out here.
And I'm really glad that we have such a great up-and-comer showcasing what Bayonetta has to offer.
He's a Wi-Fi warrior, but he came out swinging, and he's been taking a lot of names lately. He beat Raptor and Will tonight, right?
Yes. 2nd place, your Ed here, Mr. E.
Guys, Eric is a free agent. Any sponsors out there listening, he is free. This is a world-class player you have on your hands. You would be crazy not to pick this man up. Seriously, check him out. Check out the resume. It's ridiculous. You can follow him on Twitter at, I believe, Mr. E_SSB.
Yep.
So in 1st place, we have our grand champion, Vinny.
Now, Vinny, I believe, is still also unsponsored currently.
Not exactly. We got another world-class player who is not sponsored. He's on the PGR. Again, check the resume, guys. These two players deserve really good sponsors.
You know, New York as a whole is really coming to its own. You know, aside from...
We're kind of detaching. I mean, not really detaching from Tri-State, but we're definitely distinguishing ourselves as our own individual region, I believe.
You know, between the strength and intelligence that we have to offer in the city, Long Island's really beginning to come into its own.
Yeah.
And I'm really happy to see that we're really
Me too.
putting a lot of names out on the map.
We're blossoming, dude. That's how it's going.